Hey y'all, welcome to the video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Make sure y'all comment if y'all have any questions. And make sure y'all check out the app that I have in the description below. It's called Mimo. It's called, well, this is how you spell it, Mimo. For y'all can get your own path and make sure y'all want to change up the speed properly. Okay, that's up to you. And you can just go on the app and download it. It's free. And it's on the App Store. Okay, so this lesson today is gonna be lesson 5. It's quick. It's gonna be dealing with equations, not equations, but expressions. All right, let's get into it. So feel free to take notes. All right, so we can add string values together with a addition symbol. It should be on your keyboard. It should be on your iPhone, iPad, tablet. It should be on there. So you just have to put this right here. And this sign is basically work the same way as addition. Just as you have 1 plus 1, it will add to give you another something else. And just as it is, followers, the string followers plus the string 55 will give you followers 55. Okay, so we call adding string value a expression, as it creates a single value. One string displays when we add 55 inside the print statement. So basically, once we put add addition sign, the string 55, this would come out to followers 55. There you go. Simple. So when expressions contain variables, they use the values in the variables, which we can see by when we are adding followers to followers. Alright, so the first line of code is a variable. So this means that the string that's on the right side is really the same as saying followers. So we know every time we have followers in this code with like this without quotation marks, then it's really 55, the string 55, which is on the right side of the first line of code. So the second line says print. So basically saying show me and display what we want to display. We want to display followers plus followers, which of course we know this don't have no quotation mark, so this is a variable. And what does a variable do? It holds something, and this variable is holding 55. How do we know this? The reason why we know this is because the first line of code tells us it's holding the string 55 because it's equal to 55. So since expressions become values, we can give them to variables like values, like we have, like here we will code label to display the expression. Reading this again. Since expressions become values, we can give them two variables. Alright, so basically this first part is saying that basically on this first line of code, if you're looking on the right side, basically saying the string post, where you see post with a colon, and 13, which is a string because they both have quotation marks. Basically between the first and second quotation mark, this is the string, and with the third and fourth between the third and fourth quotation mark, there's a string also because it have quotation marks. Basically saying right here, those two are expressions, and since they are expressions, they hold values. And because they hold values, we can put this inside a variable. And the variable that we chose to put it in is called label. And right here we want to display, we want to show label into our console. Hold on. Yeah, we want to display label, inside the console. How we do this, we put label in. Alright, so this basically is almost like when you do a math problem, and let's say your x is your variable plus 5 equals what? 6. Basically right here we know that right here, this is your variable. Your x is your variable. And basically we know it holding something, but what is it holding? That's the question that we're trying to figure out. But right here in this code, it tells us what it's holding. It's holding post, which is in between the quotation marks, the first part and the second part, which is post and 13. So that's the variable, right? So, and just like in math, it holds a variable, which of course will be just be 1 in this equation, plus 5 will equal 6, and 1 plus 5 is equal to 6. And that's how we can check to see if that's right, because it both equals to 6. So basically, just as that holds variables, it's just like the same way. So really not nothing really new. And of course, there's other videos on YouTube explaining this. If you all are having a difficult time trying to obtain this, you can feel free to go to another video. So what is the value of label? Basically saying, what is label holding? Just as variables in math, it holds something. This holding something. So just as x was equal to something, label is equal to something. And it tells us what label is equal to. It's equal to name and Joe. Name plus Joe, which will be this right here. What does this code display in the console? Right now, I want you all to pause this video right now until you get the answer, and then press play. Alright, so the question asks, what does this code display in the console? So the first option says nothing because there's no print statement or print instruction. We know that is false because we can see print right there, print up there, so we can eliminate that. So it's this, John, I think. So basically right here is going to just combine those two. They'll basically, the addition symbol stand for combining two values. What does this code display in the console? So right here we know that the first string, it says user is equal to Snoop Dogg. User is equal to Snoop Dogg. So basically, this is a variable. It's holding something. What is it holding? It's holding Snoop Dogg. Your variable is holding Snoop Dogg. And then asking us to print out the username and the variable was the variable user was user holding is holding Snoop Dogg. If y'all have to go back 10 seconds or whatever, do that if you need to. So right here is just gonna have the string user plus whatever user is holding, which is Snoop Dogg. We won't just put username. We won't put, well, yeah, username and user. It won't look like this. User, username and what was it? Username and user. It won't display this because we know that username has a quotation mark and user does not. So we know it's a difference somewhere, and we can analyze that and be like, what is the difference? The difference is that user does not have a quotation mark, so we know it's something else. Then the first part was the difference between, we know that, the user is a variable. Excuse my hand, but I don't know. So add the temperature variable to the expression. So temperature is holding 14 and is a string. We want to, the instructions tell us to bring down the variable, and we know variables hold things. So we can look for something that's holding something. What is holding something in this code is temperature, because it have an equal sign. The equal sign in here, it shows that it's holding something. So it's holding 14. So right here, we can put print temperature. They're trying to trick you right there below. If you see, one of them has a quotation mark and one of them does not. The one that does not is a variable, so we know it's holding something. So yeah, that's how we know it's that. If we pick the other one, it will have put temperature degrees, which will not give you any information or display any information or any data. So this right here says display post :55 in the console. So in order to do that, first we have to put parentheses, because this is asking us to show it. Print is a function, and it can be used basically whenever we want to show something or show somebody else something, or just have the computer to show us the information. And we want to have post :55 to show up. And that's the correct way. Both of them are in quotation marks. Post : is in quotation marks, and 55 is in quotation marks. So they both are the same value. So yeah, we can have this. And the addition sign basically combine them together, and that will equal the post :55 that you see in the question or in the statement that was telling us to do. Display Miss Irene in the console. Title is equal to Miss dot, we see a space. Name is equal to Irene. We want to show that up. How can we show it up? We want Miss to show first. Alright, so we put Miss. Why do we do this? Because title up here on the first line is equal to Miss. And print this out on the third or fourth, the last line. Print title out first. We're going to show it first, because it's a print statement telling us we want to see it now. the first line, it was just showing that, hey, I want to make a variable that I don't have to remember it, like Miss or Mister, Miss or Mister, Miss, MISS. Like you don't have to remember all that. The variable, just keep it in there, and you just have to call out the variable plus name. Code the string value likes and quotation marks so that the code display 40 likes. So in the first, right here, the first line, it has a variable, and it's called number of likes. Number of likes have a 40 and a space stored inside its variable. Inside, yeah. And print is basically telling us we want to see it now. What we want to see, you already have it automatically put in number of likes. We know it's not a string, so it will not display number of likes like how you see it on the second line. It will, so since it's a variable, it will display or show us the number 40 because it's stored inside the number of likes. So this will be plus likes, which we will just have to put a quotation mark, like, and this will be the answer. Likes basically saying that it's not a variable, we just gonna put it in there, or so basically how we see it is how it's gonna come out. So I told you all was gonna be an easy, quick lesson. Make sure y'all check out this app before y'all get a head start and get a boost on your journey to become a developer, web developer. You can do many things with Python. If y'all want me to do a video about the things that you can do and what its uses are, and all the things you can make, all the projects you can make, feel free to ask in the comment section below. And hopefully y'all having a great day today. Make sure y'all, again, like and subscribe for y'all can see the playlist as it comes out. And make sure y'all have a great day. Great.